Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday Morning Magic. It is Friday, the best day of the week. This is all we can ever hope for, to get together, hang out, talk some Magic the Gathering, and have an amazing Friday. We will go through, do a couple audio settings here real quick, do an audio check, make sure my mic is coming through loud and clear, make sure we got some decent background music, some chill vibes for the stream, some relaxed vibes for the squad, for everyone tuning in on this wonderful Friday morning. Thank you all for hanging out. And finally, cheers. Good morning. Enjoy whatever your caffeine intake. If you're around the globe and it's non-caffeinated, enjoy that as well. But thank you so much for hanging out, and I will... It has been a massive week. We have lots to talk about. There's a bunch going on in Magic the Gathering. Make sure, if you're here, not only do you click the like button, but you sound off actively in chat. Let me know you're here. Let me know how your Friday is going. I love the conversation. The reason I do this is to hang out with all of you, to get my Friday and get your Friday started off on the right foot. And in that vein, I have a story for each and every one of you, and I have to come a bit clean. Before we get into my come clean story and my bit of a confession to each and every one of you out there, I will point out that today we will be talking about Lord of the Rings Special Edition version. I will be giving my take on the Aragorn card. There's a lot of controversy going around. I get that in my comments section. I'm going to be very careful with how I approach that, but I will be giving my thoughts on the Aragorn card today. We're also going to talk about some just overall nonsense with Lord of the Rings and being a modern set, and then I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to also talk to you guys about what I'm buying, cards I think are criminally undervalued. That is a little preview for a video that will be coming out next week. And again, not financial advice, criminally undervalued, but like emotionally, I'm tied to these cards and they seem so cheap. So we'll be going over all of that today, but alas, I must tell you all, this is a big moment for me. I have not been completely upfront with you. I must... There we go. I should sound better now. I've not been completely upfront with you. I've not been wholehearted. I have not been fully honest. I will admit that the coffee that I am drinking, I did not wake up early and go get. I had stars that were expiring at Starbucks, and I went and I got it yesterday, and I got a Trenta, but it is from yesterday. I am drinking yesterday's coffee today, but unlike that, we will not cover yesterday's news today. Well, actually, we will. That backfired on me very quickly. You get the gist. I normally make my coffee fresh with each and every one of you every morning, have a nice hot cup, and relax. But dude, it is summer. Ladies and gentlemen in chat, if you know, it is summer right now, and it's wonderful. Summertime shy, as they say, is everything that it is set up to be. However, I have an 8-month-old daughter, and her room gets very warm, and because of that, I have to run the AC, and because of that, I have to sit in my basement in a hoodie in summer when it's going to be 80 degrees outside. So I'm torn between iced and hot coffee. If I'm upstairs, it's iced coffee. If I'm downstairs, it's hot coffee. Let me be honest with you. It's a complete mess. And also, like a complete mess, we've got news about a brand new Magic the Gathering set that I have a admittedly emotional reaction to. So we'll get into that today. Let me know in the chat, have you heard? I've got a poll going. Have you heard about Lord of the Rings Special Edition holiday release? Did everyone catch that? Are most Magic fans in tune with this? Is this something we haven't heard of? Is this, it's not until November. I know it's super early to talk about, but the fact that it's coming out is mind-boggling. So let's set up some scenes while you guys get a chance to get into the poll. Andrew Lopez, good morning. Thanks for hanging out. This is how I love to start Friday as well. Just sat down to alphabetize a 4-row box of Strixhaven. I took a shot at Strixhaven in a video this week. Yoko, that's awesome. Devin, thank you. Devin, Streamgoat, got a shout out in a video this week. Shout out Devin. Scott, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Yoko, everything is all about how you want to turn people against each other. Listen, I don't disagree. If you're here, make sure you click that like button. Make sure you click it. Like button. So I have to make sure, let's go set up this scene really quick. Where is my And TCG player. We have our TCG player pulled up as usual. And let's see, what is this? This is nothing, right? Oh, I didn't make a, that's fine. So we got TCG player pulled up. Let's take a look at Lord of the Rings box prices and talk about that for a second. Universes Beyond, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. The Universes Beyond series is getting more and more interesting. I feel like it's really coming into its own and being used properly. Finally. I couldn't stand the secret lair for, was it Street Fighter and The Walking Dead? Both got a secret lair, right? Let me know. Street Fighter and The Walking Dead both got a secret lair. Pablo said, is it known when the card list will be known? Talking about the commander and starter kit. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we have a date on that. But listen, we're still a bit of ways out. Everyone, Lord of the Rings is still a bit a ways away. We will go over individual cards. Let's talk about sealed product first, but then let's talk about cards after that. And this is wild. In a video this week, the GOAT, Rudy himself, just randomly threw out there. Okay, and I'm gonna start doing this. Guys, I think this is how I know I need to get better at YouTube. I need to practice more. Because Rudy randomly went into his back pocket and was like, collector boxes will be $375 to $380. Wow, who knew? And they were $355 for the longest time, and lo and behold, they're $377. Like, does it happen because he says it? Or does he say it because he knows it's going to happen? That is how you know you've been around the scene for a long time. And listen, MVP Sports and Games right here. MVP Sports and Games, you know, always looking to sell you cheap stuff. Like these guys will sell you a cheap box. That's just gonna happen. But man, people are buying this box. It's the second. We are streaming 8 a.m. I've gotten constant comments from each and every one of you out there that this stream is too early. Well, guess what? This is the only free time I have to myself, and I really want to stream and hang out with you guys. So this is when we're doing it. But the second, I mean, look at these sales. Look at this. Like, people are eating this product alive. I will be doing an update video coming this week about the sales data. It is wild. I'm also considering moving some sales data videos to channel memberships and unlocking that, so stay tuned for some weird channel news there. But this isn't the platform. This isn't where we want to talk about that. We want to talk about, look, the little uptick. What is that? Does anyone watch Silicon Valley? Does anyone watch the show Silicon Valley? It's like my whole business model was built on one little uptick, and I got a little uptick right there. And that's what we're doing. So you got a little uptick on the collector boxes. I don't know. This product is wild. This is wild. Let's go back. Let's check out some more sealed product. So the set box is the one that I think surprises me the most. Again, we're seeing an uptick on the set box. I did a video, MinMaxGames.com. Shout out channel sponsor. If you don't know, MinMax Games is the channel sponsor. They sold out, and I know they were asking for more. Let's see if they got it. Let's go. So what, set booster box? Set booster boxes. Yeah, no, it looks like they are still sold out. Like, oop. Look at that. Look at that. Sold out. They sold out. They were selling at $155. This is why I like these guys. Like, listen, they sell at they have great prices, and they guarantee all their pre-orders. Man, that's insane. Sold out. Like, look at the sales. Look at the sales on set booster boxes. Like, you know what it is? You know what it is? I have a theory. And tell me if you agree with my theory. I think it's the box topper. The box toppers have been revealed. What is it? It's like Yamvaya, Cradle of Growth, the one that turns everything into forest. We've got a Shadow Spear. We've got an Ensnaring Bridge. We've got a Gemstone Caverns, I think, is in there. It's the box topper series is wild. And it's like a good series. It's an actual box topper series. It is so good. Let's see if we can find it online and look over. Let's see if we can find Lord of the Rings box toppers online, because this is going to be cool. Okay, here we go. So we do find a small article. Let's pop back over. We found a small article about Lord of the Rings box toppers on MTG Fandom, and a massive advertisement, ladies and gentlemen. Just an astonishing advertisement right in our face as soon as we get here. Okay, so we have Great Henge. Oh, here we go. We have the skin. Here, let's see. Can we zoom in a little bit so you guys get a better view of the skin? I know this isn't the best web experience, but what is this website doing? Okay, here we go. So we got the party tree, which is the Great Henge. Elisar the Elfstone. What is that? Oh, Cloudstone Courier. Oh, Cloudstone Curio's in there. This is going to be your ensnaring bridge. The Ozolith getting a reprint. This card is taken off. The Ozolith is such a cool card. Here, while we're doing this, let's get a little bigger. Let's grow a little bigger. All right, so the rate, this card, I can't believe was not in the main set. I predicted this card being in the main set, and the fact that it's not is wild. So Shadowspear getting a reprint. Listen, Shadowspear is all over the place in Modern. I mean, Urza Saga, it's a great Urza Saga target. Ancient Tomb makes sense. Bazooka, but this was the one that blew my mind. I mentioned this on the podcast. For those who don't know, I appear on a podcast every Friday morning on Kitchen Table TCG called May the Zoo Be With You, and we're talking about these box toppers. And I was like, I think they reprinted Bazooka Bog, which is just wild. What a wild reprint. So cool. So Bazooka Bog gets the reprint. Isengard, Saruman's Fortress. Boseiju, who shelters all. This was, what is it? First Kamigawa. I loved this set. Shout out. If you were playing in First Kamigawa, you get a shout out because that was a fun time in Magic. I know everyone at the time complained about it because it was so scaled down and powered down, and now everyone's like, I love Kamigawa. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. It was great. Paths of the Dead. What do we? Oh, that's the Cavern of Souls. Weathertop is, Deserted Temple. Wow. Nykthos fans rejoice. Nykthos fans celebrate. Thank God this is not coming to Pioneer. Get my Mono Green Devotion. I guess Mono Green Devotion's been out of Pioneer because, listen, Rakdos midrange is just, midrange piles. Green Dragon. Green Dragon Inn. What are you? Whoa. Advertisement. What are we doing? Homeward Path. Oh, I'm not familiar with Homeward Path. I'm going to be honest with you, generally. This one caught me off guard a little bit. Not familiar. The Wasteland. Knew the Wasteland and then the Forest. This is the Yamvaya Cradle of Growth. Yeah, okay. So, listen, the box topper series that we know of so far. Now, we don't know if there are more box toppers than this, but the box topper series it's just awesome. It's a really cool series in this set, and that just goes to show you why. That's why this is selling at the rate it's selling at. That's why the set booster box here is not only seeing an uptick in price, but selling at an amazing, an awesome rate. So I think this is cool. Let's see. This has a box topper, right? One traditional foil box topper card. Now, here's the big question. We asked this on the podcast, and I'll ask you out there, do you know if the draft booster box has a box topper? Because that's a big deal to me. The draft booster box better have a box topper. It better. It better. Yeah, it better. Draft booster box. Let's see. Dig into the contents. Contents 36, 15 cards, one traditional foil. Okay, good. Whoo! You see this? All right, ladies and gentlemen, do you see this line right here? This line right here? You see that? Constantly saving my faith in the draft booster box. Listen, because let's take a second. Yoko asks, what makes you think it won't? I just have the feeling that Wizards of the Coast is always trying to move any incentive to open a draft box out of the draft box. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Maybe they're trying to make the whole point of the draft box just draft, and the whole point of the set box, as we know, to crack packs. But I like there to be a little spice. And like, listen, this is not how the product is supposed to be used, so shh, don't tell anyone. But I really think it's nice for these game stores. Like, if let's say your game store runs 6 drafts, it's kind of nice for them to be able to add like 6 box toppers to the prize pool, or even like, I don't know, open those cards and put them on TCG Player and make a couple bucks. I'm a bigger fan, obviously, of adding them to the prize pool and even or giving them out randomly, maybe charging $1 or $2 more for your entry and giving them out randomly, however you choose to do it. But like, that versatility and the option for the game store, it's just a win, in my opinion. Like, that's just a win. I can't get over the fact that that's a win. But there's been some spoilers. Let's see if we can't find some spoilers. As I look this up, I will get to each and every one of you in the chat. So you guys have been popping off in the chat. I haven't had a chance to get back to you guys. Let's take a look at our poll really quick before we look at Lord of the Rings spoilers. I want to know how you guys felt about Lord of the Rings Special Anniversary Awesome Collector's Edition of the collector product. It's the most collectible collector that you've ever collected. I can guarantee it, or your money back, but you're not going to get your money back because it's Wizards of the Coast. 80% of you have heard of it. For those who haven't, it is a reimagining of the collector box, it sounds like, for Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. Now, we have very little information. We know the set will contain no serialized cards, and we know it will be the same set. So, right, the theory is it's going to be the same set. I have a wild theory of what's going to be in this product. I'm gonna slow roll that one for a couple minutes. So I think that product is going to be wild. But let's see if we can look at some spoilers. I don't like the visual spoiler that we've chosen here. The visual spoiler that oh, here we go. We got a couple more. So here, Borrow Blade, Troll. There's a couple cards in the spoilers that are, they're like, listen. On a recent Aspiring Spike stream, he mentioned that he helped work on the set way back when, and then I think he dropped like subtly, like, oh, it changed a little bit since I worked on it. There are some cards in here that are ridiculous, especially in the Commander format. Like I'm like, oh, that's printed on a card. Wow, wild. So some of these, like, theme-wise, I think they did a great job. Born Upon a Wind. Look at this. That's cool. So this is cool. It's a 2-mana cantrip. I know there are certain Pioneer decks that play, I actually play one, certain Pioneer decks that play Quicken. The card Quicken, which lets you cast sorcery spells your next sorcery spell as an instant. And just because it's a 1-mana cantrip, this is a 2-mana cantrip that lasts the whole turn. It'll be interesting to see if someone finds some room for that in a pile somewhere. There and Back Again. The art on There and Back Again is gorgeous. So Grasshopper, remember, this is a modern legal set. This is straight into modern. That is, it's so, in my opinion, it's not that weird that they had him work on it. Actually, I'm happy that they have, modern brewers and people actively involved in trying to make interesting modern decks work on a straight to modern set. I know that this set is just for Commander, but it's straight to modern technically. Like, technically, it's straight to modern. So that brings up the question. I want to know, do you guys think Lord of the Rings will get run in modern, or it's just Commander? I want to know, do you think it's actually going to see modern play, or just Commander? And again, anyone hanging out week by week, if you're interested in running polls, being a stream moderator, a stream admin, you have a good rapport with me, reach out on Discord or on social media or at my email, hometowntcg@gmail.com. And let's get some moderation going so we can get a more seamless poll experience. So I don't have to stop talking and get to you guys. So, looking at some of this, it's just wild. This card is weird. This card is just a strictly version better of a card that already exists. And this card is just bad. It's just bad. Saruman's Trickery. Counter target spell and get some orcs. Like, listen, cancel just keeps getting better. Like, I don't know what y'all want from me. Cancel just keeps getting better. Makes me sad. I just bought a bunch of borderless cancels. Well, I'll playset. That's what I'm collecting. I'll drop that a little bit early. I'm collecting some old promos. You guys have talked about it. If you've been on the stream before, you know. But you know. Okay. Rivendell. Like, these are neat. Instant draw card. Whenever you scribe, you control an island, you may exile. Oh, I mean, that's neat. That's neat. This card is flavorful. Bilbo, this card, like, come on. Oh, whoa. Ad, what are we doing? This card is flavorful. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1, and exile and search your library for any number of creature cards, put them on the battlefield. Activate if you only have 111 more life. Like, I like that's cute. You can't not like that. That's cute. That's fun. Wait, where did it drop us in here? Okay. It's like, where did it drop us back in looking at our spoilers? What's going on here? Okay, so some of the names of these cards, ladies and gentlemen, is just great. Second Breakfast, what a great name. What a great name for a card. Sacrifice, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So activate only as a sorcery. There's what the Kami of, is it Kami of Ancient Law? Is it Kami of Ancient Law? Someone look it up. Ladies and gentlemen, in chat, Kami of Ancient Law. It's from one of the Kamigawas, which I think does the same thing, but it's not restricted to just sorcery speed. Man, mono white in standard, in commander, in pioneer, in modern is just getting more and more gas all the time. Like, more and more gas all the time. Little mana dork, artifact or land. Wow. Like, what is this? Strictly better? This is just strictly better demolish, isn't it? What's going on? I actually think, hold on, hold the phone. Ah, nuts! It's not here. I have a deck with a demolish in it somewhere. This is just a strictly better demolish, isn't that wild? So yeah, lots going on here. Golem. I like, what is it? The Nazgul. They have 9 of. That's pretty neat. I'm a big fan of that. Bill the Pony. Talk about a fan favorite. Who's building a Bill the Pony commander deck? Who out there? I know you're out there. I know it's happening. Like, I know you're doing it. Saruman of many colors. Saruman of many colors. I'm sure that this is actually like Lord of the Rings flavor, but I'll admit, something like this escapes me and is just hilarious. Okay, so yeah, spoilers looking good. It's looking fun. Yeah, there's like 9 of the Nazgul, which I think it follows the theme. Sauron is in there. Gandalf. So here's the big one, right? Aragorn. This is the big one, and this is where everyone in the community has their own polarizing take. I want to be very clear here because I think this is one of the more important pieces of content that in my opinion, I probably have ever and will ever make. So I've put a lot of thought into this, and it's, the result might be a bit underwhelming, but everyone in my comment section is constantly blowing me up. What is your take on Aragorn? No one who likes Lord of the Rings is going to buy this set, or this is the best thing ever. Like, everyone constantly brings this up, and there's a back and forth about it, and sometimes that back and forth, frankly, gets volatile. It gets ugly. It's not a good conversation. It turns into very quickly. And I want to be very clear on this, so I'm going to leave this on the screen while I talk, but it's my take, so I'll put my face next to it. There are few things in this world I care about less than the race of a fictional character portrayed in a trading card game. I don't care. I don't care because I hate the original Lord of the Rings IP or any, like, it's not something that speaks to me. It's not something that I get emotional about. I see it, I go, oh, it's Aragorn. I'm familiar that Aragorn used to not look this way, and now he does, and it does not bother me at all. It just does not. Like, I love playing Magic the Gathering, and part of it might be escapism. Part of it might be that nostalgic pull from sitting at the game store playing Goblin decks and Wizard decks and whatever it might be, but it's just not something that makes it worth getting upset about. Like, it does not bother me at all. And if I wanted, and I tried to think about this deeper, and you all know that we track a ton of sales data on this channel. That is what we do. We track just massive amounts of sales data on this channel. And if you look at data, when you think about as the world changes, and this is where I'm going to get a little deep, so maybe I'll go full screen here, because I'm going to get a little deep. As the world changes, and the way that we interact with things, and the way that products and ideas are presented to us through a new lens of a more diverse, Earth and people and human race and human experience, we have to understand that new IPs are going to present themselves with a very diverse cast and a diverse group of ideas. But when we reimagine old IPs, that's where things get confusing and complicated, because these things weren't made in that time, right? And they weren't made then. So if you think of the old IP and all of the meat and potatoes and everything in it as a pie, think of it as a pie chart, and things were produced and people had representation as a part of that pie chart when this IP dropped, back in whatever day it did. As we change as a society and become, more and more diverse, new IPs can embrace this and just come out that way to begin with. When we reimagine old IPs, there's only so many slices of that pie. And so to include more people in that pie, to include a wider audience, make more of the human experience a positive and enjoyable thing, like, some pieces of that pie are going to have to shift, right? Like, some are going to have to get smaller, some are going to get bigger. That's just how that's going to work, because there's only so much of that IP to go around. And when you think about it that way, I gotta tell you, it just doesn't bother me. It's just not something that I get emotional about. It's not something I care about. It's not something I care to, like, let it either make my experience or ruin my experience for the set. Like, I just want to enjoy my Magic. But I'm going to get off my Bill the Pony high horse right now. That's just something, I don't know. That's my analytical approach to it. And also, just know, it doesn't bother me at all. Like, it would not have even been a topic as far as I'm concerned. And maybe that's just my lack of love for Lord of the Rings, because the original IP doesn't speak to me. But man, I'll admit, just not my thing. Admittedly, just not my thing. So here we go. We have Mirkwood Bats. And, like, this card. Guys, this card is printed. Guys, this card is printed. Wild that this card is printed. So let's get some reactions to each and every one of you in chat. Cheers. Good morning. Thank you so much for hanging out. We have an awesome squad watching the stream this morning. An awesome squad hanging out. I don't know what a Vorthos is, Grasshopper. I'm so sorry, but Bill the Pony will probably not be a playable modern card. I can't break that to you. I'm so sorry. Yoko read the books. Oh, so you're like an actual Lord of the Rings fan. Shout out Yoko being an actual fan. That is awesome. I let Bill the Pony cancel Urza Saga. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what part of these you see actual play in modern. That I'm really interested in finding out. I can't imagine. I can't imagine too many things see much play in modern. Maybe there's some format warping stuff in here I haven't seen. Good morning. Rich asks, why are Lord of the Rings gift bundles sold out everywhere? Well, let's take a deep dive into that question. Let's look at Universes Beyond. Let's find ourselves some gift bundles, and let's go to town. So let's get on here. Let's look. Let's find it. All right. Boom. Popping over to Universes Beyond. Let's change the scene and find some gift bundles. Lord of the Rings Universes Beyond. So I know personally, and I just did this search myself. Again, MinMax sold out like almost instantly. It was wild. They put these pre-orders on. They were going to let me give the spice to you all out there that watch the channel. And they were like, sorry, we didn't think there'd be a massive run on our products as soon as our pre-orders went live. As soon as we got our allocations, there's a massive run on the product. I was like, oh, that stinks so bad. But they did hook us up. If you were a stream viewer, and I'm opening up channel memberships, I think I have a mess. I'm going to switch. Well, before we talk about gift bundles, I will point out I have a massive stack of Gala Greeters, courtesy of MinMax, and my own openings from my favorite set, and I think I might send these out to some viewers as a thank you, as a token of appreciation for all the continued support of the stream. So while they sell out of products very quickly, they are still hooking us and you guys up. But Lord of the Rings Universes Beyond gift bundles, Rich, my experience here would be the fact that there's one thing in here. There's one thing. So we're gonna zoom in. We've been zooming in a lot this stream. Mr. Rich. This sentence right here. This sentence right here. This right here. You want to know why Lord of the Rings gift bundles are selling out? It's a shot at the title for $90. You get a bunch of other stuff. You get set boosters. You get your scene cards. You get the box. But it's the shot at the title you get to take right here with that collector booster. Go all in, go hard, crack the one ring out of a single gift bundle pack. In my opinion, that's why we're seeing such an insane sell rate with these gift bundles. Now, again, pricing is pretty steady. It's these gift bundles, it is only one pack. It's a lot of set boosters, but there is no box topper, right? With the regular set box, you're getting close, you know. You're over 50% of a set box price. You're missing out on that box topper. You only got 12 set packs. Like, oh, you never know. So these are selling though, Rich. You make a wonderful point, just like everything else. Like, it is the morning of the 2nd as of the recording of this stream, and these things are selling like hotcakes. They're going off. Go off, King. You're going crazy. You're going crazy, bundle. So that bundle is wild. What I'm most interested in, we've talked about it in the stream, and I'm gonna hammer it down. I'm gonna hammer it in right now. I am so interested in this product right here. The Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth starter kit. The Universes Beyond starter kit. And for the first time, I want to see if they've updated the content. So they go through, and as more information is leaked, they update some of these contents. And I want to see if the contents of this is updated. And while we're doing that, if you haven't yet, if you're in the stream, you haven't clicked that like button, like the stream. It helps push the stream out to a wider audience and helps get us going. Before we dig into this too, we have to see the results of our last poll. I am all over the poll section right now. This is, I started a Q&A instead of a poll. Well, we have no results from the last poll. Let's go quality stream, quality streamer. Are you buying the starter kit? I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings starter kit. I like this product. I like the idea of having it around my house to just play. Just, play Magic. I love having this product around. And like, look at this. Look at this right here. It only has to be a passable experience for $20. It is $20 freaking dollars. Like, if you play it twice with a friend, worth it. Worth it. You play it twice ever. Like, this is cool to have anyone around. You want to teach someone Magic. I have been on record. Oh, God. Commander is not the way to learn to play Magic the Gathering. That doesn't mean it's not the best way to, like, dive into the community. But your very first game, when you shuffle up and you play, don't let it be Commander. There's so much going on. It's so hard. You wait so long between turns. You can't get a rhythm. You never see the same card twice. I cannot stress this enough. That does not mean that once you have the mechanics of Magic down, or not even down, just like understanding how a turn looks, understanding how to untap and cast spells and attack with creatures, that you can't jump into a game of Commander and learn to swim. That is not what that means. But it does mean it's not the best way to learn. Like, oh, I have 7 cards in my hand. What the heck do these cards do? How do I use them? How do I play them? Commander is not the experience for that, especially because like a Commander hand, maybe what do you do, 2-3 turns sometimes without doing anything really of any consequence? Like, I cannot stress this enough. I'm just correct on this. And everyone who says, well, you just give them the deck and let them go to town. Like, yes, that's after they know how to cast an instant versus a sorcerer, how to attack with a creature. Like, these are things we all take for granted that new players don't know how to do. Okay. I'm calm. I got it out. I see the likes. I see you guys hitting the like button. I appreciate you guys for doing that. I'm going to woo-saw a little bit and talk about a product that I think is really good. This is an amazing experience for just that. For sitting down with someone's, first couple games of Magic the Gathering and playing. And you're going to see this magical moment happen with decks like this where you give someone one of the 2 decks. Now, we don't know why the starter deck is still something they're playing so close to the vest. I don't understand that. But man, when you give this, you'll see this magical moment where they start to recognize spells they're casting. Like, oh, I cast this last game. I know what this does. I know what situation it's used in now. Maybe I come up with a more creative way to use it now that I'm more comfortable with the game mechanics. You're going to see the wheels turn and the Magic player come out of people with a product like this, especially because a 20 life Magic format is something that once you understand game mechanics and you're moving and shaking and flowing, you can play a game in 10 minutes. 15 minutes? I was going to say 11 minutes, but that's clearly not as big of a jump. Way to go, content creator. But you get my gist. You can play several games and really start to get your reps under your belt. And then sure, go play Commander. Commander's great. It's clear it's the biggest format in Magic. Oh, okay. Stop printing cents for Commander, please. Please. But anyway, I'm excited for this product. I'm already getting a bunch of roasting in the comment section from people saying, why are you going to sleeve this up when the sleeves cost more than the deck? And like, listen, you out there making that comment, you're not wrong. But I have to have things sleeved up. I just have to. I'm probably wrong for it, but I have to. So I'm excited for the starter product, and this is selling more than I would think a starter product would. Like, having multiple sales of this every single day is wild to me. This product selling at this rate is insane. I've never seen, like, most Magic the Gathering starting products do not do well. So seeing this product start, I think this is great. It's not exciting. Like, listen, that's not an exciting take. Talking about the starter product, it's not an exciting take. It's not mind-blowing. People on the internet don't like to see it, and everyone who's consuming Magic content is an ingrained Magic the Gathering enthusiast. Like, we have decks, we have shells, we have cards and collections, but like, man, I don't know. I like the product. Let's stop in with chat. Cheers. How's everyone's coffee going? If any of you at home actually like tipped your coffee towards the screen for that cheers, you get bonus points in my book. This has been such a fun stream. We're having a blast. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for clicking the like button and pushing this stream out. The viewership looks like it's a little higher than normal, so that's a shout out. That's a testament to each and every one of you smashing that button. I appreciate each and every one of you more than you can imagine. Thank you for letting me start my day like this. This is going to be a wild time for Lord of the Rings. The initial release for this product is going to be wild. I'm going to catch up with chat. Let's see where you guys are. Yoko also has like 1,000 Gallagher. Just like, listen, as I unlock channel memberships and start to change kind of how we do things around here, having a bunch of Gallagher to, possibly send out to supporters, that's fun. Like that favorites. I love the Gallagher in their little box topper. I used to collect the promos from opening nights, from release weekends that came in when they started coming in the little plastic sleeves, and then just keep them. They're in my binder in the little plastic sleeves. Rich was hoping to get a gift bundle, starter set, and maybe a commander deck. Like, listen, go for it. Go to town, Rich. That sounds like a great plan. Yes, large agreements in chat that commander is not the best way for newbies. If you think that, you're just correct. Good job. Devin, if there's a set for my first Magic game, it might be Lord of the Ring. Want to teach me for science? Like, listen, Devin, if I had any time to myself, you know I would be all in. I encourage you, like, pick up the starter deck with a friend. I bet there'll be some rules in there. And, like, Magic is so massive. There is no shortage of learn-to-play materials and things that will be super easy to consume. So, lost its appeal to me. I love turning jank commons into a winning card draft instead of just playing for the best. Yeah, like... Listen, Yoko, I get it. I hear you. And there's a lot of jank. I would encourage you to check out the Pauper segment. My homie over at Kitchen Table TCG plays a lot of Pauper, and Pauper is great for exactly that. Rich Commander is a harder game, in my opinion. Like, you only see one spell once. You have a long time between turns. There's a million things to track as you're trying to play. Like, ugh. Only takes a game or two to understand, learn the game. Yeah, like, Tony, you can. Tony, you can. I'm not saying you can't. I just think it's more efficient to sit down and play a 10-minute game of 60 card Magic to really get your mechanics going. That's, again, just my opinion. Like, as long as you learn the game and you're having fun with it, salute and shout out to you. I would never try to take that away from you. And so, what a great morning. Let's check on some of my favorite products. I like the only one card format. Listen, Rush, Magic the Gathering, the Rush format is an underrated format. Nobody talks about Rush. We've talked a lot this morning. I wish that I had 134 Streets of New Capena. I had to check on the price of this. Look at this graph. Oh, look at Streets. Look at Streets rise to prominence. Meteoric rise to success from Streets of New Capena. Chat, have you ever seen a better comeback story? Like, you can't see a better comeback story on the Disney Channel. You can't go to the Hallmark Channel around Christmas and find a more inspiring love story than this Streets of New Capena graph right here. It's impossible. It's freaking possible. Whew, from on sale, super sale special from Distro to a bounce back like no other. Gilded foils to the freaking moon. My stack of gilded foil charms is upstairs. I'm reorganizing my binder, and it's, guys, for those who don't know, I'm 6'8". I'm a massive human so when I say this, it's like this big. This stack of gilded foils is just this gigantic stack. I sent a picture to my buddy. Shout out Dennis and Jim Williams. Dennis runs a game store at Treasure Hoard Games, him and Zach, so shout out both of them. And Jim Williams is the homie. Jim Williams has been down since day one, so he's just jam fab all the time. And I sent them a picture. I was like, guys, I need someone to stop me. I have a problem. And they're both like, we tried to stop you. You were buying hundreds of gilded foils, and we kept saying that's enough. And I just kept going and not listening to them. So those two get a shout out because I should have stopped, and lo and behold, I did not. Oops. So yeah, Streets of New Capena to the freaking moon. But now I gotta check in. Guys, if you follow the channel for a while, I said, I made a bold claim. Like, okay. I feel like I confessed about the yesterday buying coffee to you guys. This is a lot of confessions today, guys. I made a bold claim, which us on YouTube are known to do. I said that Dominaria United was going to be an early candidate for set of the year in 2023. The Lost Legends, Tabernacle, super playable cards across a litany of formats. Liliana was back in Dominaria United. And that turns out to be one of my worst takes I've ever said into a microphone. Oh my gosh. Dominaria United has just turned out to be complete booty. And frankly, I don't understand it. The cards in the set are amazing. I'm chalking it up to the fact that Dominaria United came out when things were still, we'll call it, highly questionable. So real quick before I put up a new poll, the results of the last poll, no, 57% of people are not buying the starter kit, but 43% are buying the starter kit. So shout out to you guys for, you know, listen, we want to become more informed consumers, know what we want, know how to spend our money, make sure that we show Chris Cox we're willing to skip stuff that we don't like. So I appreciate that. Very, very awesome to each and every one of you guys. Let's start at the poll. Dominaria United underrated? I think this is an underrated set. Let's get into some of the Dominaria United stuff here. Let's go. Okay, like, look at these lands. The stained glass lands, off the bat. We get onto the Dominaria United page, and off the freaking bat, the stained glass lands are gorgeous. Like, these are gorgeous cards. These are great looking cards. Like, look, Shivan Reef, the Pain lands, they're played. Why is it 50 cents? They're played all over the place. This is gonna break me. Okay. This is the most expensive cards are exclusive tokens. Chat, why? Chat, why? Why must it do it to me? Okay. Hang in there. Hang in there. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. You can't do this. Okay. Shieldred in the set. Shieldred is here. Shieldred then turned around and got reprinted, I think, 2 sets later in, what was it? Not Brothers War, Phyrexia, wasn't it? I think it was Phyrexia, which makes sense. Like, she's brighter. It's fine. So, special edition Shieldred topping the chart kind of makes sense. The Omega Collector Pack. What a terrible product. Timeless Lotus seeing a bit of run in, like, wow. Aspiring Spike getting 2 shoutouts in one stream and some Aspiring Spike lists. Liliana of the Veil. I suggested this was going to be, what, $18? Louis, the homie over at Kitchen Table TCG, I think said 40. So one of us knows what they're talking about. This card being $9 is wild. Like, a foil of this card is 13 bucks, and it's played everywhere. This card is played everywhere. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why is this card $13? Like, non-foil for less than 10 bucks. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know if you can tell, but I'm broken. I want to know what we're doing. Now, okay. We talked about the glory that was the comeback graph for Streets of New Capena. I think it's worth pointing out here. This is what I'd consider to be the opposite of that. This is not good. This is not good. This right here, this what we're looking at, that's not good. My gosh, look at that price just crash. 152 bucks. And like, I don't know, for 152 bucks, you'd think you could open this card, but I mean, we just looked at it. You have to hit a Shieldred, right? Like, that's the, hit a Shieldred or bust? Is that what we're looking at? Because, like, you can't even hit a Lily. What's a foil one? Hold on. Okay, like, a foil one's 20 bucks. Like, the foil card is 20 bucks at least, but, like, that's the super special Liliana. The foil one's 20 bucks. Are you kidding me? I wasn't prepared to do this morning. I don't have the emotional strength to make this happen. Like, look at Johnny. Sarah Paragon. Oh my god. Why is full art Sarah Paragon more expensive than regular Leyline binding? What is happening? Get me out. Plaza of Heroes played all across the place. Like, look, at least there's a decent there. I was higher on this card. I thought this card would see more run in mono red lists. It's sitting as a 1 or 2 of in some mono red standard finishers. I thought it would get more run. Spoiler, I'm not a big fan of the Phyrexian text cards. Let's see. Up here. Let's see if they're, nope. Nope. Green Sun's Twilight, though. Phyrexian Arena. Phyrexian Arena. Let's go. I'm not a big fan of the Phyrexian. I have a Nahiri and another Planeswalker as well. And I'm not a huge Friday. Or a huge fan. Sorry, Devin. I saw your chat and I said I'm not a huge Friday. I will also am not a huge Friday. This Ajani Sleeper Agent, I think, is criminally underrated for the way it looks. Like, just looking at this one's, I'm not, maybe it's because the art is too dark? And now we're getting into subjective, right? But, like, that's a pretty card. This is a gorgeous Magic the Gathering card. What an amazing card. All right, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. Let's check in our Gilded Foils. Let's check in on our Gilded Foil Charms. How they doing? How they doing? You know what? I need to pick me up. I can't. I need to pick me up, chat. The Dominaria United thing, it broke me. I'll admit. I take a very positive angle on things, especially on the old internet. The Dominaria United thing, it broke me. It's not great. Okay. I had some coffee. I'm back in it. Devin, I'm not going to let Friday drag me down. You guys seem to like Dominaria United as well. DMU uses one chase card and the value drops off insanely. Tony, yeah, 100%. Like, you're not wrong. The limited play experience is great, but the thing that confuses me, Tony, is there's one chase card, but a ton of the cards see play across a multitude of formats. Like, and if it's not a popular set, it's people aren't opening it. So how does all of this make sense? See, Tony, this is just where my brain breaks. How does current competitive Magic compare to Fab? Listen, competitive Magic is incredible. The problem I've had with some of these indie trading card games, including Flesh and Blood, is that your top 8 games sometimes seem to go. Like, look at, I casted Starvo v Starvo and Oldhim v Oldhim Guardian Mirrors on this channel, and I was talking about the same game for an hour and a half to plus. Like, it's too much. The casual audience, most people can't get excited and follow the game and watch. That doesn't mean it's not a good game with great mechanics, but you can't, you know, my problems with the game have been with the product and the company over the actual gameplay mechanics. Like, there's no question there. But it's hard to get the casual audience involved. I shot footage. If you're here, you get a little tidbit. I shot footage for a video on the other YouTube channel, Trading Card Geeks. It's somewhere I post on there occasionally. Make sure if you like indie TCG content, you go follow. But I shot footage with the OG. Josh and John from Hometown TCG shot footage for a video. I have to edit it, see how it turns out, and if it turns out into a good video, I'm going to put it out there. So, back together, get the gang back together. So, all right, I'm over being broken. Remember when every standard Planeswalker was $30 and people played the card? Then, like, listen, I you had me in the first half, not going to lie. But, like, people still play Magic. Claiming people don't play Magic is, I can't get behind that take. I can't get behind the Magic is dead. Like, I don't know, man. Lord of the Rings has well over $1 million in pre-sales on TCG Player. Like, there's no chance I can get behind that. I just can't get behind that take. Do you see what I'm saying? That one's a hard one for me to swallow. But listen, I appreciate that sentiment, and I appreciate the emotional connection that comes with that sentiment. You love this trading card game hobby, and you have that connection. It makes you feel so strongly about it. So I can 100% appreciate that. Like, I can get into that I guess emotional and physical space. Kamigawa, many good cards, all formats, banger sets. Yeah, like, which one? Grasshopper, which one? Do you think speccing on specific cards is better than investing strategy and going? No. Wargrunt, no. No. I don't know what a Magic investing strategy is. If you're new to the stream, I think I've seen your name pop in a couple times. So if you're coming back, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. I have pointed out, I buy things that make me just happy. Very few things do I buy that I expect to go up in value in my lifetime. And if they do, like, listen, that's fantastic. That's wonderful. But if not, like, I'm okay with that too. And A, you have to wrestle with that demon. And then B, when it comes to buying what you like I see my stack of Gilded Foil Charms, and I get to send pictures to my friends. I send pictures to my friends, and it makes me laugh. And we have a good giggle about it. I'm actually also collecting. Let's pull this up here. I'll show you guys what I'm collecting. This is a Magic the Gathering set that I am collecting the complete set of. I'm collecting the complete set of Magic the Gathering player rewards. I believe it's a 77 card set. And it just reaches back to a time when I had started playing Magic and was playing Magic at the LGS. So I'm collecting a play set of every single card in this release, in the Magic player rewards. And if you'll look, like, yes, some of these expensive, totally. It's gonna take a long time. It's gonna be tough to get. They're gonna go up and go down in price. But some of these cards, you get down to here, I mean, 99 cents, $1.04, 87 cents, 75 cents. Like, you can get a good number of cards that make you happy. And the reason I'm collecting these is, again, I'm putting them in a binder. I'm going to put them in order. I'm going to flip through it. It's going to make me happy. When I go to an event, I'm going to have that. Someone's going to say, what's in that binder? I'm going to be like, gotcha. And then I'm going to get to open it off and show these cards off. And yes, some of them, admittedly, will be much cooler than others, right? Like, when I complete the set of Foil Wastelands. I'll be very proud of that. The Squirrel tokens that I'm going to pick up from Odyssey. The Foil Damnations. Like, this card was coveted when I played Magic. When I played at the game store all the time, this card was, like, sought after. People wanted this. They were like, oh my gosh, look at how cool that Damnation is. It's got no text. It's amazing. I'm going to collect that because, again, it makes me smile. I love it. So I'm excited for that. So as far as speccing versus targeted investing, I say, listen, buy what you like. And if you want to approach it with an investment mind space investment, and again, this is not financial advice. My realistic statement to myself has always been, well, if I think it's cool, somebody else probably thinks it's cool too, right? Like, if I think it's cool, there's probably someone out there that thinks it's cool. So hopefully we see that reflected across the space. So that's Wargar. That's all I can say. And, like, listen, if you want to get into that and you, like, want to go down that rabbit hole and figure out how everything's worth and get all these values, that sounds like it's a ton of fun. It's not the way I do things, but it sounds like a ton of fun. And if it goes well, like, I want to hear from you. Let me know. Like, the idea of collecting, I was just surprised how many. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not a spec. I want to fill, like, several binders with them. And, like, listen, I should be very clear. One day, when I fade off into the ether, never make another YouTube video, and I'm truly an old man, like, I'll probably sell everything on my shelf because I won't have, when I fall out of love with it, I'll sell it. Now, what that value I sell it for, I have no idea, and I'm not super concerned about that. But, like, I will sell it when I stop liking it, or if I like it forever, I'll keep it, and then my kid will get it, and Cameron will be like, what do I do with all this crap, Dad? What is this? Like, well, there's a couple Pokemon boxes in there. You probably like that. Like, who knows? But it's, yeah, I can't get into that. I just collect the things that I enjoy. I suck at that stuff. So whenever someone comments on my YouTube video and says, like, Rudy, is that you? I'm like, clearly you don't listen to the content, because me and Rudy, I love and respect Rudy. I watch almost every video that man puts out, but man, oh man, I do not get down the way Rudy gets down. I can tell you that much. So I think these are super cool. I'm excited to collect this. I think Damnation might be the next card that I pick up. This one might be the next one I pick up. In fact, let's see. Should we pick? Let's see what the financial status is. What's the Hometown TCG financial status? And if you want to support this mission, other missions, support the channel in any way, right now we're doing that on Patreon. You can visit me at patreon.com/HometowntCG. That's how I get support right now. I'm moving to channel memberships, though. So one day, if you'd like to support, you can just become a member of the YouTube channel, and you can support kind of my dream as a content creator. I don't know the perk package is going to come with it yet, but a couple patrons that are in there, I appreciate each and every one of you. But that's kind of what this comes out of, right? That's where all the purchasing comes from. I try to separate that from my actual purchases, so I don't take money for silly things like this away from my kid and my family. So, yeah, there's a chance, like, listen, Damnation player rewards. Maybe we should just buy them. Let's see, can we find 4? So I'll just walk you guys through my process really quick. I look at this, and they're all foil. I want near mint or lightly played. Like, especially for foil ones, I think I'm way more tempted to look at what the prices of just near mint are, and like right away, this jumps off to me as a good price for just near mint cards. Foil Damnation. Magic, so we'll look at Magic Player Rewards again. This is what, the 3rd or 4th most expensive card in the set according to the sort. So like, man, oh man. Am I buying this right now? Chat, am I buying this right now? Chat, this is the last thing we're going to do before we sign off today. This is the last thing. I need everyone. If you're in this chat, you must vote in this poll. I need your guidance. I need the guidance. Am I buying this? The last poll of the day. The last way to end my Friday. Am I buying this card? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Am I buying this Foil Damnation? Oh, I really want to. What am I doing, chat? What am I doing? I'm so torn. I'm so torn, chat. Oh, it's such a pretty card. I'm collecting the whole series and just like have this knocked out. I've also laid out the binder. Maybe I'll bring it for next week. I'm trying to also, the channel's also looking to buy another camera so I can have a permanent top-down camera so I can lay out a binder and just kind of show you guys all what I'm looking at. We're actually going over the stream a little bit. That's awesome. I love like this. This is just a win. But man, I really want to. I really, really want to. Devin, my chance. What are we doing, Devin? We just donated $11 to go. Oh my, dude! Thank you, Devin. You don't be silly. Thank you, Devin. Devin, $10. Oh my gosh! Like, listen, this is the first donation in channel history. Oh my gosh! I haven't even opened up the channel memberships yet, Devin. Big cheers, my homie. Thank you so much. I think. Have we all voted in the poll? Did everyone get a chance to vote? I didn't even know you could donate. I didn't even know that was on. Devin, the GOAT, dude. Constantly the GOAT. Why are we trying to convince someone to buy my damnations before the poll ends? Colin says, just makes me happy. YOLO. Listen. We got 10 votes. Anyone else? Last minute before voting closes. Last minute before voting closes. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, Devin. I'm ending the poll now. Let's do it. We're gonna end the stream by filling out that slot in our collection. Let's add that to cart. I'm making sure that there's no DDoS or doxing or giving my address out to anyone or anything like that. So hold on, I'm buying on this stream. We'll pull it up afterwards. Yeah, I don't want to put my address out there and all that crazy stuff on YouTube. These streams actually get a good amount of views like after the fact. All right. Looks like we have 2 packages for 4 cards total. Near mint. Damnation. Dun, 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 dun. Yoko, don't you dare! Yoko, don't you dare! No! No, Yoko, stay out. Hold on. I'm racing. Yoko, no! No. I don't know. I don't know which card this is. I don't know which account this is. I gotta see what the account ends in. You guys are crushing me here. Hold on. This is the horrible way to end the stream. This is terrible content. This is terrible. Terrible content. I have to log into a different PayPal. I have to log into a different PayPal. No, Yoko, don't you do it! Don't you do it! Don't you do it! No! Did it work? Did it work? Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We pulled the trigger. I couldn't believe that we were going to, Devin. Huge shout out. Thank you so much. We got the order. Let's go. Let's see. Can I show my order history without giving my address again? No, it shows where it ships to. How do I show this? How can I show this without showing my... We got it. You know what? Make sure you tune in. When you come to the next stream, we will have the Damnations. Huge shout out to Devin, making them $10 cheaper. I can't believe that, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for hanging out. And like we end every stream, we are going to go over to the YouTube channel. Let's go to Kitchen Table TCG. And we are going to tune into the first couple minutes of the most exciting podcast that can possibly happen on Friday mornings. The best podcast experience that any of you can go to on Friday mornings on the internet. We are going to start our Friday, and make sure when you head over there from this channel, from this episode, you let them know in the comment section. Let Louie the homie know where you came from. Make sure you let him know I came from Friday Morning Magic, the most exciting live stream on Friday mornings. Let's tune in to the start of May the Zoo be with you, America's #1 Magic the Gathering podcast. But you are now expected to comment on the card quality after watching the white gloved person bend the card. Tell me, how is it?
Quality. Other than that, it's been
Keep going. That's only 30 seconds. You'll get yelled at by somebody co-host if you don't talk about card quality, even though you've never held one.
Corner to corner. That's right. We got into the card quality of the One Ring. Check out. Let's do this thing.
Let's roll. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to May the Zoo with you, America's most favorite MTG podcast. I'm of course joined by the man in green, the Army Sniper, Josh.
I am in no way associated with the United States military in any facet.
Thank you for your service.
I'm not in the military.
No,
not in the military.
No, I am not. The internet's not coming after me for that one.
Things about you that you've just taken. It's like, oh, and he's a proud serviceman. Whoa.
I think stolen valor would be a big bad for me. No, thank you. Pass.
Nobody possibly thinks you serve. It's like seeing a toddler with an army uniform for Halloween.
That's true. I lead.
Nobody thinks that guy's stealing any valor.
Wow. Okay. Can we keep going with the intro?
And I'm, of course, joined by the man who loves his shorts, the shortest man of all, Louie DeGeorge.
Oh, my YouTube shorts. I did laundry this week, so I was confused. I do laundry once every 2 months.
Louie commented on my actual shorts this episode.
Anyway.
You can smell them from your house, folks.
I had shorts on my mind. And we're joined by the man who forgot the word zoo in the intro today for May the Zoo be with you. Welcome.
He did that. He dropped the ball in the intro. George never drops the ball in the intro.
You were basically absent last week, and you were not there the week before. So maybe
it was a very calm couple weeks. It was a very calm couple weeks on the podcast.
Maybe you'll be better this week. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. We're so glad that you found your way.
This episode changes that. There is plenty of screaming, plenty of yelling. Make sure. I'm going to let him know in the comment section right now. All right, everyone. Let them know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Again, Devin, huge shout out for the big dono, this donation, and thank you so much to each and every one of you. Cheers as we finish up our caffeine. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you have an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend, and we will see you around next week. Plenty of content and another live stream coming your way. Cheers to everyone, and have a good one. Goodbye.